Good morning. I just wanted to do this video before I go and see my grandson. I'm going to spend the day with him today, well, a couple of hours anyway, in the garden. I went and seen him yesterday and we had fun in the garden. He played on his bike. He did. Played on his bike. Well, it's just a bike with no wheels because he's only 3. Just turned 3. And he's called Sebastian. So today, I'm going to go out and play with him, but first, I'll read the rest of some more of this book. Diane Cooper, Birthing a New Civilization, Transition to the New Golden Age in 2032. Good news book. Here we go. Chapter 7, The Cleansing of the Planet. Periodically, throughout history, parts of the planet have been purged of negative energy when something new or of a higher frequency was to evolve there. The purest places are always those where there has been ice and snow for a long time. Before Golden Atlantis emerged, there was an ice age which purified the land. It is forecast that another ice age will occur in about 300 years. Based on the current consciousness, by 2017, Mother Earth will start a major program of detoxification, throwing off negativity created by the physical and emotional poisons we humans have dumped into her. Between 2012 and 2032, all the dark places on the entire planet are to be cleansed. The Earth can then raise its frequency and ascend to take its rightful place in the universe once more. The more light we humans bring through us into the earth, the less purification will be needed. We have the power to change all the possibilities into a gentler transition. So remember, stay calm, believe half of what you hear in the media. Be calm. Know that this is all a systematic process and things are changing for the better. Don't panic, basically. Water has cosmic cleansing properties and was chosen to wash New Orleans, where the earth itself holds the pain, anger, and fear of slavery. In this case, the floods in August 2005 was also a reminder that all are equal in the eyes of God. Where cleansing takes place, we will regard the destruction with human eyes as horrific, but it will open the hearts of all. People will start to see their common humanity rather than their cultural differences. Previously, warring countries will be filled with compassion for their neighbours and offer help for the greater good. International boundaries will be relaxed as people cooperate and learn to understand each other. The tsunami in the Indian Ocean was also a major piece of purification. And in Angel Answers, I discuss how the Intergalactic Council started planning this well in advance. A cosmic invitation was broadcast throughout the universes for souls to incarnate on a cleansing and healing mission on Earth. Thousands who recognized the great opportunity for service and spiritual promotion responded to the call. Naturally, as soon as they incarnated and went through the veil of amnesia, they forgot their purpose, but at the predestined time of 26th of December 2004, they gathered in specific places. These special souls agreed to soak up into their energy fields the negativity of lust, greed, power, struggle, poverty consciousness, and so on, held within the earth. And on that day, the tsunami bore them all into the light together. carrying the toxins with them. Each received a spiritual reward. Only those who had at a soul level agreed to pass over in the catastrophe did so, and there were millions of angels waiting to welcome them home with great joy and delight. As with all major disasters, the watching world opened their hearts with compassion, love, empathy, and a desire to help. Those whose lives were turned upside down when they lost loved ones, or their livelihood or home, learnt lessons, repaid karma, or were offered an opportunity to develop courage, selflessness, cooperation, caring, and hundreds other high qualities. It is helpful to understand the spiritual perspective, but it does not mitigate the grief and loss that may be experienced. The heartfelt prayers of the masses throughout the world in response to the traumas will draw forth assistance, comfort, and intercession from the divine realms. And as our earth undergoes its healing crisis, we need to pray constantly for the planet, nature, the animal kingdoms, and all the people here. The incidence of natural disaster is expected to continue and intensify, especially between 2017 and 2022. They will happen at the anticipated places, but also in many unexpected ones. The cleansing will be worldwide. Mother Earth will use earthquakes, floods, fires, volcanoes, hurricanes, and other weather conditions to cleanse and draw attention to the systems that need to change. Even an epidemic can be utilized for clearing. Where the sick people absorb the energy of the disease as well as some of the fear of the area. Those who have a soul contract to pass over into the light take the negativity with them to other higher realms of transmutation. If enough people have awakened their 12 chakras so the source energy pours through them into the earth to heal it, less cleansing by the forces of nature will be necessary. You can also help the healing of the planet by working with the elementals. Out of the ashes of the old, a new way of being will arise, like a golden phoenix. How do you ensure that you are in the right place when the cleansing occurs? Archangel Metatron, the mightiest of the angels, has undertaken the task of ensuring that everyone is in their predestined place during the changes. Some individuals, families, communities, or soul groups may have decided to pass over together, like butterflies emerging from their cocoons into the light. Metatron will assist them to be in the right place for this to happen. Only those who are afraid of death or do not understand the joy of being in the light, or can only see this from a human attitude, may resist this. The angels assure us there is nothing to fear. A friend of mine in her late 80s has seen many in her age group and younger die. She always says to their relatives, "Lucky them, poor you." She is highly evolved and recognizes that while on earth, we are like birds in a cage. It is when our spirit is released at death that we are truly free. If your soul has undertaken that you will remain in your physical body to help others or to continue your experience, then Archangel Metatron will guide you. It is helpful to listen to his prompting. Just reading this paragraph will help you to attune to him. Oh, that's good. I was wondering that. You probably already have because I read this a while back. You can pray that you are able to follow your guidance, to be in the right place at the right time. or you can actively connect to Archangel Metatron to assist you to hear his message. The more you practice this, the stronger your connection will be, even though you may be unconscious of it. Exercise. Connecting to Archangel Metatron. Find a place where you can be quiet and undisturbed. Sit quietly with your palms up in a receptive position. Breathe in a beautiful orange light, Metatron's colour, and on the out breath, sense your aura filling with his energy. Orange. Remember, it's orange. Oh, that feels good. Can you feel it? I can. It's in my heart. I'm feeling it in my heart. One more time. Yeah, golden. You're filled up with orange light, Metatron's orange light. And as you breathe out, imagine his orange light within you, filling you with Archangel Metatron's energy. Relax as you visualize orange light glowing around you. Invoke Metatron with the words, I now invoke the mighty Metatron to connect with me and touch me with his light. Be quiet and still. You may receive a touch, impression, special thoughts, or whispers, or you may simply feel calm. When I'm reading this book, I always feel touches all over my face. Invoke Metatron with the words, I invoke you, the mighty Metatron, to connect with me and touch me with your light. Be quiet and still. You may receive a touch, impression, special thoughts, or whispers, or you may simply feel calm. When you feel the time is right, thank Angel Metatron and open your eyes. Wow, that was lovely. I enjoyed that. Next time we'll talk about the weather changes, because I really don't want to make this too long. Unless... I think you should focus on that meditation. Or... okay, then I will. I want to. Worldwide weather changes. Chapter 8. Throughout the world, the weather patterns are changing, and this will become more marked after 2012. Between 2017 and 2022, the worldwide weather forecast is to be unstable, coinciding with more earthquakes and floods. After 2022, the disasters will stop and there will be calm. Collectively, we will have the power to change the forecast. If enough people bring in the light together, we can turn a hurricane into a breeze. Europe. In the current consciousness, if the current consciousness continues, there will be much flooding in Europe, mostly where the land is low and flooding is already widely expected. Unless the people who live there make determined effort to raise their frequency and bring healing light down through them, most of these places will be underwater by 2022. However, areas that have never flooded will be vulnerable as the purification continues. There will also be earthquakes and more, particularly volcanoes occurring in unexpected places. In addition, some gales, hurricanes, and worse forecast fires than we have ever previously experienced will arise. And worse forest fires than we have previously experienced will arise. Australia. In strange juxtaposition, parts of Australia will become much hotter and parts will be flooded. There will be huge areas that are uninhabitable, more than there are at the present. But this will change. This will all change after 2027. So Australia, you're going to be all right after 2027. The Indian continent. There has always been flooding in parts of the Indian continent, and this will continue and get worse. Africa. As in Europe, there will be expected and unexpected floods, volcanoes, gales, and forest fires. Weather will be more extreme here as elsewhere. Russia. A lot of snow will be melting in the vast cold regions, and this will result in flooding. Israel, Iraq, and Iran. There is much clearing to do in these countries, as in all war-torn areas in the world. Earthquakes will occur as Mother Earth releases the energy of cruelty and inhumanity. This will help to open the leaders up to compassion and understanding. Oh, that's good. Well, that makes a change, doesn't it? This will help to open the leaders up to compassion and understanding. China and Japan. Both these countries can expect cleansing through earthquakes and floods. Next ice age. Another ice age will occur, will cover the planet in approximately 300 years in order to purify it at a higher level again. Polar shifts. This is not expected within the next 100 years. Visualization for the weather, a weather visualization. Have you ever sat outside on a dull, plain, cloudy, rainy day and visualized a patch of blue sky appearing, then the sun coming out? Or intensely focused on a cloud forming and rain falling? And it happens. These are the powers of the mind we all have. As weather becomes more extreme everywhere, it will be helpful if people do this for the highest good. You can do this inside or outside just as long as you relax your body but focus your mind. Do it if you hear of drought in a part of the world where people are desperate for rain to water their crops or to help dry up floods. So you can either do it to make it rain or make it dry up. Sit quietly and relax your whole body, breathing into any parts that are tense. Totally relax your body. Breathe in pure, white, healing light. Let that light soak its way up throughout your body. Within and around. Becoming a bubble of white colour healing light. Tie a knot in this bubble and tighten it. And then nothing can escape. You are now surrounded in a bubble of pure white healing energy. Imagine the soft white violet light filling your mind. Think of the place that you want to focus on. Then, as vividly and as clearly as possible, imagine blue skies appearing, which sizzles up the flood, or a black cloud forming from which rain falls onto the fields or gardens that are dry. When you're finished, thank the angels for bringing this about for the highest good of all. By doing this, you are offering an act of grace. Open your eyes. It is done. So collectively, we can change things. There. Now the next one's going to be the 5th dimensional communities, and I'm going to leave that one for my next video because I want to focus on that, not make these too long, because people might not want to watch them if they're too long. And I think these messages are really important because it matters what we think and it matters what we feel. Our energy is important. So the animals, everything has its reasons for being here, spiritually, vibrationally, you know, emitting our energy to balance things and balance the polarity. So we need to stay focused, we need to stay calm, and only focus on the things that really, really matter in our own lives. Firstly. Okay? See you next time. Bye-bye.